You may think that playing a role in a movie is a dream come true, but for some actors, it was a nightmare. In this video, we will reveal the actors who despised their costumes, the hardships they endured to fit into their characters, and the surprising ways that makeup changed the course of the films. You won't believe what these stars had to sacrifice for their art. You are on the High Geek channel and we're starting.
Isaac played Apocalypse in the 2016 X-Men movie. His costume was made of 13 moving pieces that were 3D printed and that it took a lot of work to build. He had to wear layers of fabrics, gauntlets, and leggings. He also had to wear high-heeled boots to make him look taller than his co-stars. The costume was not only heavy but also hot and uncomfortable. Isaac said that he had to have cold water piped into the suit through tubes to cool him off during breaks. He said that the costume was a nightmare contraption that made him sweat in places he didn't know he could sweat. However, Isaac also said that the costume helped him get into character and feel like a mythical being. Jennifer Lawrence hated her superhero costume in the X-Men movies. She told Jimmy Fallon in an interview that transforming into Mystique was a tedious process that could take up to 8 hours. Not only did the makeup application take a whole day, but she also had a severe allergic reaction to the blue paint. It was so irritating that she even had to call the doctor. In the second movie, the filmmakers solved this problem by creating a costume for her and only painting her face. How does actress Karen Gillan transform into Nebula? The answer involves a lot of makeup and prosthetics as well as some sacrifices. For the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Gillan had to shave her entire head and spend 5 hours in the makeup chair every day. The makeup team used a full-size sculpted bust of Gillan's head to design the 5-piece prosthetic that covered her face and neck. For the second movie, Gillan was able to keep some of her hair and wear a latex bald cap. The makeup time was reduced to 2.5 hours. Gillan also wore contacts, fake teeth, to complete her look. Gillan has said that she enjoyed playing Nebula and that shaving her head was liberating. Nebula is a complex and fascinating character, and Gillan's makeup is a big part of bringing her to life on screen. He was thrilled when he got the part, but he also faced many challenges while wearing the heavy and hot prosthetic suit that transformed him into the rock-like superhero. The suit was made of latex and foam and covered his entire body, including his face. It weighed about 15 kilograms and took 4 hours to apply every day. Chiklis said that it was very uncomfortable and claustrophobic to wear the suit, and that he sweated a lot inside it. He also had to endure long hours of shooting in various locations and weather conditions. He said that he felt like he was in a sauna all the time and that he had to drink a lot of water to stay hydrated. Despite the difficulties, Chiklis enjoyed playing the Thing and reprised his role in the sequel, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Chris Hemsworth is known for his muscular physique and heroic roles, but he surprised everyone with his portrayal of Fat Thor in Avengers. To play the role of Fat Thor, Chris Hemsworth had to undergo a remarkable transformation. He wore a prosthetic suit that weighed about 90 pounds and added more body hair and a beard to his appearance. He also had some devices in his mouth that made his cheeks look fuller. The makeover process took about 3 hours every day, as Hemsworth had to sit in the hair and makeup chair and put on the heavy suit. Hemsworth said it was a fun and liberating experience to play a different version of Thor. Michael Rooker, who played the role of Yondu, had to undergo a complex makeup process to transform into the blue-skin alien. The makeup process involved several steps and materials. First, the makeup artists applied a bald cap and a prosthetic mohawk to Rooker's head. Then, they used airbrushes, brushes, sponges, and glue to paint his face and body with different shades of blue. They also added scars, wrinkles, and veins to create texture and depth. Next, they attached fake teeth and contact lenses to Rooker's mouth and eyes. It took about 4 hours to apply the makeup and prosthetics and another hour and a half to remove them. The makeup process was not easy for Rooker, who had to sit still for long hours and endure the discomfort of the materials on his face. He said that he felt like he was suffocating at times and that he had to drink a lot of water to stay hydrated. To transform Weaving into the Red Skull, the filmmakers used a combination of prosthetic makeup and digital effects. The makeup team, led by David White, created a red pigmented, encapsulated silicone Red Skull appliance makeup that covered Weaving's entire head and neck. The makeup consisted of 7 individual pieces, pre-painted, overlaid, and then final makeup applied on actor Hugo Weaving. The prosthetic sculptor Sean Harrison said that he wanted to avoid the Skeletor look from Masters of the Universe and make the Red Skull look like an actual Red Skull. In some scenes, Weaving wore a mask of his normal face as Johann Schmidt, his pre-skull identity, which he peeled off to reveal his real face. This effect was achieved by using digital compositing and facial tracking technology. The makeup process took about 3 hours each day of shooting, and Weaving reportedly disliked it and asked Marvel not to include Red Skull in any further movies. Saldana had to wear several prosthetic pieces on her forehead and cheeks, which were sculpted by special effects makeup designer David White. White said that he wanted to create a beautiful alien look for Gamora. She also had to apply several layers of green makeup on her skin. She had to blend the makeup well with the prosthetics, and that she had to avoid sweating or rubbing it off during the filming, and also had to touch up her makeup frequently throughout the day. Her eyes, lips, and nails were also enhanced with different shades of green. She used contact lenses to change her eye color. The whole process took about 5 hours a day to apply and 40 minutes to remove. She had to use a special oil-based remover to take off the makeup at the end of the day. She had to wake up very early in the morning to start the makeup process, and that she had to sit still for hours while the makeup artists worked on her. Saldana said that she tried to relax and meditate during the process. Why did Fox Studio refuse to pay the writers? Reynolds wanted to make a Deadpool movie for years, but the studio did not support him. He fought for an R rating and to pay out of his own pocket for the screenwriters to be on set and provide input, since the studio refused to do so. One of the most challenging aspects of playing Deadpool was wearing the extensive facial prosthetics that simulated his scarred and disfigured skin. The makeup process took 8 hours to apply and was very uncomfortable for Reynolds. He told Vogue, "They rip up your face as they're coming off." The Deadpool mask had a special feature. The eye sockets could be detached by pressing a button and replaced with different ones. This was useful for some stunts that required better visibility of the surroundings, so that the stuntman could avoid injury. He also had to wear a tight-fitting red and black suit that made him sweat and itch. He said, "It's like a big, red body condom." You might be surprised to learn that the spider that bit Peter Parker was not a visual effect, but a real one. Raimi had access to CGI at that time, but he wanted to make everything on the screen as realistic as possible, even the spider bite. However, there was a challenge. A real Black Widow, the most fitting spider in appearance, was too risky to use on the set, so he asked biologists for help and auditioned different spider species. The winner was a spider with the scientific name Steatota grossa, which is naturally brown in color. To fix this, the spider was given makeup, like a real actor. This demonstrates how much care was taken for small details. Heath Ledger did isolate himself in a motel room for about 45 days to prepare for his role as the Joker. Ledger said in an interview that he spent a month in a hotel room in London where he worked on his voice, posture, and personality for the character. He also said that he stayed in a hotel room in Sydney for another few weeks where he wrote his Joker diary and experimented with different makeup designs. Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker was so stunning and terrifying that he scared his co-stars Michael Caine and Maggie Gyllenhaal during the filming of The Dark Knight. According to Caine, who played Alfred Pennyworth, he was so shocked by Ledger's appearance and acting when he first saw him in the elevator scene that he forgot his lines. He also said that Ledger was the best actor he had ever seen. Gyllenhaal, who played Rachel Dawes, also said that Ledger was on a whole other level and that it was hard to look at him when he threw her off the roof. Ledger's performance as the Joker earned him widespread acclaim and a posthumous Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. In her first appearance in Suicide Squad, Robbie wore a costume that was inspired by the Arkham video games and the singer Debbie Harry. Robbie and director David Ayer saw a picture of Debbie Harry and decided to use that as a reference for Harley Quinn's look. The costume was meant to reflect Harley Quinn's personality as a wild, colorful, and unpredictable character. However, the costume was very revealing and uncomfortable for Robbie, who felt exposed and cold while filming. She later revealed that she asked Ayer to change it to something more practical, but he refused. She also said that she received unwanted attention from strangers because of her costume. In Birds of Prey, Robbie got to wear a more comfortable and diverse range of costumes. In The Suicide Squad, directed by James Gunn, Robbie wore a more tactical and practical costume. Margot Robbie has said that she loves playing Harley Quinn and exploring different sides of her personality. He played Pennywise, the evil clown from Stephen King's novel It and its movie adaptations. To play this role, Skarsgård had to use makeup and prosthetics that changed his facial structure and appearance. Each day on set, Skarsgård had to endure a lengthy and meticulous application process. The prosthetic was carefully adhered to his face, blending seamlessly with his skin. This process required precision and attention to detail, ensuring that every contour and wrinkle in Pennywise's face was faithfully recreated. As an actor, Skarsgård was not just confined to his physical transformation. He skillfully embodied Pennywise's mannerisms and brought his distinct personality to the forefront. The combination of Skarsgård's performance and the exceptional makeup work elevated the character to new heights of horror.
If you want more videos like this, write in the comments and don't forget to subscribe and like.